editorial page, and that's the Washington Post. This is what it says. This is yesterday, February 22nd. The Earth is warming. A chief cause is the increase in greenhouse gases accumulating in the atmosphere. Humans are at least in part responsible because the oil, gas, and coal that we burn releases these gases. If current trends persist, it's likely that in coming decades, the globe's climate will change with potentially devastating effects for billions of people. Contrary to what you may have heard lately, there are few reputable scientists who would disagree with anything in the first paragraph. Yet suddenly, we're hearing that climate change is in doubt and that action to combat it is unlikely. What's going on? Then there's another paragraph, interesting. Let me get to the last paragraph that I want to read. Politicians, nonetheless, have seized on both the trivial mistakes, and the complexity of the science to cast doubt on the underlying and unrefuted truth of human-caused greenhouse gas accumulation. In many cases, it's hard to know whether they are being obtuse or dishonest, and hard to know which would be worse. End of quote. The reason that this debate is so important is that it reminds me in some ways of the debate taking place in this country and around the world in the late 1930s. And during that period, with Nazism and fascism growing, a real danger to the United States and democratic countries all over the world, there were people in this Congress, in the British Parliament, saying, don't worry, Hitler is not real. It'll disappear. We don't have to be prepared to take it on. Fortunately, there were other people in this country, Roosevelt, Republicans, who said, you know, we are going to have to be prepared for a war. Winston Churchill in England led the effort there. But because we were as slow as we were, millions of people probably died unnecessarily. Global warming is real. If we do not get our act together, there will be devastating impacts for our kids and our grandchildren, causing, among other things, trillions of dollars in order to repair that damage, if it is repairable at all. And the longer we delay, the longer we have this senseless debate, the less prepared we will be. From an economic perspective, China is not delaying. They're going forward in wind. They're going forward in solar. Spain is. Countries all over the world are investing heavily in energy efficiency and in sustainable energies and creating, in the process, millions of jobs. And I suggest that if we do not act and act boldly, it will be harmful for our people and our kids and harmful for our economy as well. Having said that, let me just ask the administrator about an issue which is of real concern in the state of Vermont. We are downstream, so to speak, from the coal-burning plants in the Midwest, which emit a lot of very harmful pollutants. And our kids in Vermont and in other states in New England are coming down with asthma, other health problems. What are you going to do about that?